Start your day off with plenty of protein. All right, I'm trying to help you reach your protein goals in the tastiest way possible and the healthiest way possible as well. Okay, I'm trying to give you more options so that you can add into your daily routine. So are you struggling to hit your protein goals, or you just need a few meals to add into your normal routine? It's a few healthy meals that taste great. Well, I got you covered. In this video, I'm gonna show you some of the meals that I've used in the past week that have come in clutch. These jokers are really good. You're gonna wanna try these out. I'm gonna show you a beef and a chicken meal that I want you to add into your routine. Try it out. Let me know what you would add or take out, how you would change these meals to fit your personal nutrition. I'm gonna try to keep the protein as high as possible, and you can either add carbs if you want to, or you can go a low carb option, whichever route you wanna go. So I'm gonna give you a breakfast and a lunch and a dinner. And let's go take a look at these. Okay, now the first meal I made, I was using beef. So this is the kind of beef I use. This is 96 lean beef. You can go whatever kind of beef you want to. Remember, if it's a lower percentage, it's gonna have more fat in it, but it'll also have more flavor. I just like to roll with the leaner beef. So this is a 96. You can usually find 96 at most grocery stores. If not, get you a 93 or whatever fits your personal diet. This one came in clutch for me because I didn't know exactly what I was gonna eat, but I knew I had beef in the house. Let me show you exactly what I did. This meal came out great too, and it was so easy to cook. All right, so I cooked up the beef. Yeah, buddy, look at that. 50 grams of protein right there. All right, guys, what I have here is 50 grams of protein. I was at the store. I showed you exactly what I used. 6 ounces of the beef and half a cup of cottage cheese. I went ahead and added half a cup of cottage cheese just to give it a little more protein, plus it gives it a little more flavor, all right? So if you like to add cottage cheese to things, try it out with this beef. I also use the Frank's RedHot. I cooked the beef in a little Kettle Fire bone broth, like I always recommend using. And this right here, you can just have this bowl right here, 50 grams of protein. You can't beat that, all right? So I'm trying to tell you, use this as an option for a meal. If you need a quick meal, I made this as soon as I got home from the store, cooked it in under 15 minutes. It's so quick, 50 grams of protein. Let me know if you try it, all right? Now back to the store, let's go. Then in the beef, whenever I cook beef, I usually recommend you add some Kettle Fire bone broth. That's the beef bone broth that I use. It just gives it so much flavor, makes it real easy to cook. And of course, beef cooks so quick. Now then I just added some Frank's RedHot buffalo sauce to it, okay? So quick, all right? It tasted great. Now this is not that spicy, but it does give it a ton of flavor, all right? All you gotta do is just measure out a little bit of this, add it into the beef, okay? So as it's cooking, once the beef's almost done cooking, that's whenever you're gonna add this in there, mix it all up. It just comes out great. You basically have a big Frank's RedHot beef bowl. Now let me show you what I put on top though. Now one of my favorite dressings is blue cheese. All right, blue cheese is great. That's pretty much my top favorite. If you're a blue cheese fan, let me know in the comments, all right? The problem with blue cheese is it's got a ton of fat in it, all right? So you really have to measure out, or you really have to check the nutrition labels on any type of dressings that you get. That's where those hidden calories, hidden fats can jump in. They can add up real quick. So make sure you turn it around and check the nutrition. But let me show you the one that I found that I used last night after the beef was done cooking. Check this out. If you've seen this, if you've used this before, let me know. This is a game changer. If you like blue cheese, you got to go find this one right here. I'm at Walmart. Walmart has it, but you got to find. Have you tried this one? Let me know in the comments. So this right here, 2 tablespoons, 50 calories, 4 grams of fat, and 2 carbs. Okay, so 50. That's 2 tablespoons. That's plenty. That's all I used. Okay. Whenever my meal was done, I just measured out 2 tablespoons of this, added it onto the beef. Yes, it has 4 grams of fat, but that's not much at all, especially if you're using lean beef. This is perfect, all right? The carbs are low, the calories are low. It's only 50 extra calories. Not bad at all, okay? Gave it tons of flavor, all right? So what I did is I just had that beef, cooked it with the buffalo sauce. I added it to some rice. I just mixed it all in together with some rice. Man, it tasted great. If you're not going with rice, what you can also use is like a cauliflower rice. If you're going low carb, use a cauliflower rice. You can also take this beef and put it in lettuce wraps. That is a great way to have it. Even if you're not low carb, lettuce wraps are great. Get you some lettuce wraps, keep them in stock, because lettuce wraps, you're gonna use them all the time. At least I use them all the time. If you're high carb, low carb, it doesn't matter. Lettuce wraps are just so versatile. You can use it with beef, chicken, fish. They're just great, all right? Give it a nice crunch and you can just add to anything, all right? All right, so let me show you the next meal I had. Okay, now the next meal that I had, I used chicken, okay? Now you can use chicken breast if you want to. I ended up using chicken thighs because chicken thighs have so much more flavor than a chicken breast. I don't have nothing against chicken breast. I use it all the time as well. But if you can, try some chicken thighs. All right, now they do have a little bit more fat in them. All right, try some chicken thighs, full of flavor. Chicken thighs are so easy to cook. I did use some Kettle Fire chicken bone broth in them, but chicken thighs are just great to cook. Now make sure if you're cooking your chicken thighs, don't go dump a bunch of olive oil on them, okay? If you do that, it's just gonna add to the fats. Unless your diet can fit all those fats, just remember that, okay? But what I did, I'm gonna give you a few different options, okay? Now at home, I have a sweet and sour sauce that's really good, all right? So what I did was I mixed that with some G Hughes Polynesian sauce. If you've tried the G Hughes Polynesian sauce, let me know in the comments. That stuff is amazing. You can find some, buy you some. You will not be disappointed, all right? But if you can't find it, that's fine. G Hughes has all kinds of different sauces, all right? This one right here, this sweet and spicy, tastes great with those chicken thighs, okay? All you gotta do is cook the chicken thighs. You're gonna add this in towards the end. Don't add it in too soon because then it's gonna start burning on the pan, all right? The sauce will start burning. Add it in, add it when the chicken is just about done. That's when you start adding this, okay? So you can take those chicken thighs, cook them up, salt and pepper if you want to, but like I said, chicken thighs already have a lot of flavor. And then that's whenever you're gonna add this towards the end and then just keep flipping them in the pan, just kind of mixing everything together. Now, if you want to, what I like doing is mixing, all right? I like mixing different sauces, all right? So what I found that tastes good with the sweet and spicy is really just like a little stir-fry sauce. But keep some of this in stock as well, okay? Because it goes great on chicken, it goes great on beef. I use it on chicken all the time, okay? Stir-fry sauce, you take this, add it to your chicken, throw some broccoli on there, carrots, however you want to get down, it don't matter, but keep the stir-fry sauce in stock. You only need a little bit, okay? But if you put these two together, I'm trying to tell you, it tastes great, all right? Try it out. Or let me know in the comments what type of mixtures you like to make. What kind of sauces do you like to mix and match? Or if you don't get down with that, totally fine. You can also mix stuff like this with the Frank's RedHot. I do that as well. I mix all kinds of different sauces with the Frank's RedHot and try it out with your chicken, try it out with your beef. It really changes the entire meal. Okay, so what I did with those chicken thighs, I had some lettuce wraps. I put them in the lettuce wraps. Now let me show you what else you can do. You can also use cauliflower rice. You can use your just some white rice. Like I prefer jasmine rice. If I can go with the rice, I prefer jasmine rice. Or you can put it over pasta if you want to, regular or protein pasta. You can also add it to these right here, all right? Let me know if you've seen these, all right? What you do is you just take this, you cook the chicken, you just stick it inside that pita bread, throw a little lettuce in there or whatever, you know, tomatoes, whatever you want to put in there, and you just have you like a chicken pita sandwich, all right? It just makes it so simple. I'm telling you, you got to keep something like this in stock. Here, if you don't want to go with this, you can go with a tortilla if you want, a low-carb tortilla, or nothing. Or you can just go with the lettuce wraps. It don't matter. There's so many different options. That's what I'm trying to show you here is there's so many different ways you can make these meals. Maybe for lunch, you can have a pita. Maybe for dinner, you can have a lettuce wrap because you want to keep the carbs a little bit lower, okay? Now, these pitas right here, this pita bread, one pita, 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 7 carbs, and 6 grams of protein, and one pita, all right? So, man, you can't beat that, all right? So if you can find these, go check these out. They taste great. All you gotta do is just add your chicken, add your beef to them, and you have a great pita for lunch, all right? So that's what I like to do. I like to mix and match some of the sauces. I like to cook the chicken and beef different ways. It really helps with the flavor. So you're not just eating the same thing over and over and over again. It's getting boring. You don't want to eat it anymore. You're going to go back to your old ways of eating. That's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to keep you from doing that because if you go back to your old ways, you're going to go back to your old self, right? If you're trying to make some changes, something has to change, all right? So let's talk about breakfast real quick. So I recommend you try to get 30 to 40 grams of protein at each meal. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. Try to have 2 high protein snacks. Now, whatever fits your personal nutrition. If you need help with that, I have videos on my channel on how to find out the calories that you need, how to determine your protein. But just a quick rule of thumb, let's say the body weight you want to get to is 150 pounds. Try to get around 150 grams of protein a day, all right? That just makes it simple, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if it does. So let me show you a quick breakfast real quick. Just make it so simple. It's gonna pack a bunch of protein and we'll be ready for our day. Come on now. All right, guys, I got a super easy breakfast for you. I don't know if you've seen these before, but these are a game changer right here, okay? These Oikos 30 grams of protein drink, all right? You can't beat that, 30 grams of protein. These are so simple. If you're about to head out the house and you need something to grab that's quick, 30 grams of protein. The vanilla flavor tastes great. They have different flavors, but vanilla is my jam. And then just have you a cottage cheese, okay? These are great, all right? One of these little containers has 17 grams of protein in it, all right? This is so easy to grab and go, all right? You put these two together, you got you a really quick, high protein breakfast that tastes great, all right? And it's so easy to drink and eat. I'm trying to tell you, all you need is a little spoon. Take these with you. You can have them at the house. You can take them with you somewhere. It don't matter. Start your day off with plenty of protein, all right? I'm trying to help you reach your protein goals in the tastiest way possible and the healthiest way possible as well, okay? I'm trying to give you more options so that you can add into your daily routine. All right, so there you have it. Let me know in the comments if these meals are gonna help you out. Are you gonna try these meals? I really hope you do because they are really good, all right? Let me know what you would add or take out from these meals, what you'd like to add to your personal meals whenever you're trying to hit your protein goals, but you don't want to eat the same stuff over and over again. The problem is when people start their diets, they think, I just have to eat boring chicken and broccoli, and you're supposed to do that for the rest of your life. Come on now, that's not gonna work. I'm trying to show you better options that you can add into your routine to make eating healthy taste better, all right? Make eating healthy something you look forward to, all right? I look forward to my meals because I see food as fuel, all right? So I see food as fuel. If you start to see it that way as well, you will get a different mind state. I'm seeing food as, how is it gonna make me feel? Is it going to get me closer to my goals? Whatever goals you're trying to achieve, is your food gonna get you closer to there, okay? Because look, working out is great. I love to work out. That's the fun part. Hour a day working out, that's the fun part, all right? It's the rest of the day that really counts. Everything you eat, all right, is going to count. All that stuff counts, and that's why I always say you have to track everything because all that stuff counts. If you're not getting the results you want to get, I guarantee you need to check on what you're eating, all right? You start checking on that, you start tracking that, you will see some changes, okay? You can't outwork a bad diet. Bottom line, there's just no way around it. Sorry to tell you that. But let me know in the comments if this video helped you out. Let me know what ideas that you have as well. I'm always looking to try out new recipes, new ideas. So let me know and I'll go check those out, and I'm gonna talk to y'all next time. Let's go.